What's your question, Greg?
Okay, my question is, just in general, what is the chemistry with the writers, the writing staff, and like just getting to know them, and also working in your comedic stylings with their.
I'm sure Rick could tell you that and tell you more about a fictional 3-part pool episode. So, Rick, I'm sure you want to talk about John.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start it off. The writers, a lot of return writers from the first season, many of which I got to know very well because I play in some basketball games with them. Bill has a basketball game, and he just works with his friends. And I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of people that work on Bill's shows, even the staff on ours that have worked with him for 15 years, it's just they're friends of his, and he stays with people that he likes. And I became friends. We all became friends with the first. Within the first season with the staff, and now this year we've added some writers. One of which is one of my best friends, John DeWalt, who lives in the same building as me, and Brent, who's another guy in the cast. And just there's friends of ours who know our voice, do stand up with us, come to our stand up shows, are able to put in jokes that are in our wheelhouse. Some of them are literally in, like jokes and impressions that we do when we're just playing with each other. And now these are the guys that are in the writers' room who, honestly, it feels so much like these guys have our back. Like if I'm going to get into a fight, it better be with writers that know my voice, you know. Yeah. And these guys come in and everyone makes everyone laugh. Everyone eats with everyone after. We go out. It's just a whole bunch of friends on the cast in the writers' room.
And there's a big lack of ego that I really like. It's not about someone trying to get their joke in or writing in their voice. Everyone is just trying to make the best show possible. So if we end up beating their joke on stage with one of our own, like no one's ever mad about it. Everybody's really supportive. They do come out and see our shows. Like I had a show at the Improv, was my first time headlining there, and like the entire writing staff came out and watched it, and it was just really nice and supportive of them and things they didn't have to do on their time off, which I'm sure is limited.
Does your success on the show give you more confidence when you're doing stand-up, or is that just completely too unrelated?
Yeah, it gives me more confidence in the fact that I'm not going out that night to make sure that I get money to pay for my rent. I'm now going out to just get better at comedy. I'm going out because I love doing comedy. I don't have to go and just be like, oh, if I do bad and they fire me from this weekend, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. So it's taken that type of stress off of me, which has, I think, made me funnier because now I'm willing to do anything. Because I've often gone on shows and like when we found out we were coming back, I think I opened my set going like, hey, my show's back, so you guys probably picked the wrong night because I don't care about this anymore. We're just going to do whatever I want to do. And I think that's been helpful for my stand-up. I can't speak for Ricky, but what do you feel?
I find it to be completely separate, not for better or worse. Unfortunately, I always went up on stage and just did whatever I wanted to do, which is why I'm not as talented or good as Ron. But it's great now, because now it's two separate fan bases that are now merging. There are people that love the show Undateable, so they'll come out to see me, and there's people that love my stand-up, so they'll watch Undateable. And I don't know where that equilibrium will hit or if it has, but it's now just more exposure and more people seeing a different side. But as far as the confidence is concerned, it's just to me, stand-up and our show are two completely separate animals. I think for the better.